I cannot get to my love if I would be. The water of Tyne runs between him and me, and here I must stand with a tear in my eye, both sighing and sickly my sweetheart to see. Oh, where is the boatman, my bonny Hinny? Oh, where is the boatman? Go bring him to me, to ferry me over the Tyne to my honey, and I will remember the boatman and thee. Oh, bring me a boatman, I'll give any money, and you for your trouble rewarded shall be, to ferry me over the Tyne to my honey, or scull him across that rough river to me. Where have you been all the day, Billy boy, Billy boy? Where have you been all the day, my Billy boy? I've been walking all the day with my charmin' Nancy Gray, and my Nancy Kittle, my fancy, oh, my charmin' Billy boy. Is she fit to be your wife, Billy boy, Billy boy? Is she fit to be your wife, my Billy boy? She's as fit to be my wife as the fork is to the knife, and my Nancy Kittle, my fancy, oh, my charmin' Billy boy. Can she cook a bit of steak, Billy boy, Billy boy? Can she cook a bit of steak, my Billy boy? She can cook a bit of steak, aye, and make a girdle cake, and my Nancy Kittle, my fancy, oh, my charmin' Billy boy. Can she make an Irish stew, Billy boy, Billy boy? Can she make an Irish stew, my Billy boy? She can make an Irish stew, aye, and singing Hindis too, and my Nancy Kittle, my fancy, oh, my charmin' Billy boy. As me and me Mara was gannin' to work, we met with a deal, it was in the dark. I up with my pick, it was in the neat. I knocked off his horns likewise his club feet. Follow the horses, Johnny, me laddie, follow them through my canny lad, oh. Follow the horses, Johnny, me laddie, oh lad, lie away, canny lad, oh. As me and my Mara was putting the tram, the light it went out and my Mara got wrong. How ye would have laughed to see the fine gam. The deal got my Mara, but I got the tram. Follow the horses, Johnny, me laddie, follow them through my canny lad, oh. Follow the horses, Johnny, me laddie, oh lad, lie away, canny lad, oh. Oh Mara, what dost thou think? I've broken my bottle and spilt all my drink. I've lost all my shin splints among the great stones. Draw me to the shaft, lads, it's time to go home. Follow the horses, Johnny, me laddie, follow them through my canny lad, oh. Follow the horses, Johnny, me laddie, oh lad, lie away, canny lad, oh. Oh Mara, where hast thou been? Driving the drift down from the low seam, driving the drift down from the low seam. Hold up thy light, boy, deal stop thine een. Follow the horses, Johnny, me laddie, follow the horses, Johnny lad, oh. Follow the horses, Johnny, me laddie, oh lad, lie away, canny lad, oh. There's my horse and there's my tram, two horns full of grease will make her again. There's my hoggers, likewise my half-shoon, and smash up my pitsark for my puttin's all done. Follow the horses, Johnny, me laddie, follow them through my canny lad, oh. Follow the horses, Johnny, me laddie, oh lad, lie away, canny lad, oh. I come down through Sandgate, through Sandgate, through Sandgate. As I come down through Sandgate, I heard a lassie sing. As I come down through Sandgate, through Sandgate, through Sandgate. As I come down through Sandgate, I heard a lassie sing. We'll may the Keel Row, the Keel Row, the Keel Row. We'll may the Keel Row that my lad is in. We'll may the Keel Row, the Keel Row, the Keel Row. We'll may the Keel Row that my lad is in. Oh, who's so like my Johnny, so least, so blithe, so bonny? He's foremost among the many Keel lads in Tyne. We'll may the Keel Row, the Keel Row, the Keel Row. We'll may the Keel Row that my lad is in. He'll sit and row so tightly, or in the dance so sprightly. He'll cut and shuffle sightly, 'tis true were he not mine. And we'll may the Keel Row, the Keel Row, the Keel Row. We'll may the Keel Row that my lad is in. He wears a blue bonnet, blue bonnet, blue bonnet. He wears a blue bonnet and a dimple in his chin. And we'll may the Keel Row, the Keel Row, the Keel Row. We'll may the Keel Row that my lad is in. We'll may the Keel Row, the Keel Row, the Keel Row. We'll may the Keel Row that my lad is in. Hush, lads, and hold your gobs, I'll tell yous all the awful story. Hush, lads, and hold your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. One Sunday morning, young Lambton went a-fishing in the weir. He catched a fish upon his hook he thought looked very queer. And what the kind of fish it was, young Lambton couldn't tell. He couldn't be bothered to carry it home, so he throwed it in a well. Hush, lads, and hold your gobs, I'll tell yous all the awful story. Hush, lads, and hold your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. Now Lambton felt inclined again in fighting foreign wars, so he joined a band of knights that cared for neither wounds nor scars, and off he went to Palestine, where queer things him befell, and very soon forgot about this queer worm i' the well. Hush, lads, and hold your gobs, I'll tell yous all the awful story. Hush, lads, and hold your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. This awful worm, it growed and it growed and it growed an awful size, had a great big head and a great big gob and great big ugly eyes. And when it needs he crawled about to pick up bits of news. If he fell dry upon the road, he milked a dozen coos. Hush, lads, and hold your gobs, I'll tell yous all the awful story. Hush, lads, and hold your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. This awful worm, it used to feed on lambs and cows and sheep, and swally little bairns alive when they lay down to sleep. And when at last he'd had enough, and he had had his fill, he'd crawl away and lash his tail 10 times round Penshaw Hill. Hush, lads, and hold your gobs, I'll tell yous all the awful story. Hush, lads, and hold your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. Now news of this most awful worm and its queer gannons on soon crossed the seas, got to the ears of brave and bold Sir John. So home he come and he caught the beast, and he cut it in 3 halves. That soon put an end to eating them bairns, and sheeps and lambs and calves. Hush, lads, and hold your gobs, I'll tell yous all the awful story. Hush, lads, and hold your gobs, I'll tell you about the worm. So now you know how all the folk on both sides of the weir lost lots of sheep and lots of sleep and lived in mortal fear. So let's have one to brave Sir John, what kept the bairns from harm, save cows and calves by making halves of the famous Lambton Worm. Now lads, I'll hold me gob, I've told yous all I know about brave Sir John's clever job with the famous Lambton Worm. Oh, what a poor old man am I, come listen to my song. Provision it is twice as dear as that when I was young. As that when I was young, my boys, and you stood on my brow. Oh, what a swaggering blade was I when this old hat was new. Oh, when the harvest did come on, we all went out to shear. We spent our time in merriment, in laughter and good cheer. And when we got our corn all cut and thrown upon a mow, the shearer's grog went merrily round when this old hat was new. When this old hat was new, my boys, when this old hat was new, the shearer's grog went merrily round when this old hat was new. Oh, when the good man of the house, he did his table grace, Us servants then we did come in, and took our proper place. The good wife with a modest face gave every man his due, and that was in my youthful days, when this old hat was new. Oh, when the Romans of this land, they did their commons give, 'twas unto those that were their foes, and that they might live. They live content, they pay their rent, their taxes are but few, and that was in my youthful days, when this old hat was new. It's near to 80 years ago, the truth I do declare. Oh, men, they took each other's words, and thought it very fair. Nay, bonds nor bills was then required, then words were all so true, and that was in my youthful days, when this old hat was new. When this old hat was new, my boys, when this old hat was new, and that was in my youthful days, when this old hat was new. Well, Geordie and Bob Johnson were lying in one bed in a little lodging house that's doon the shore. Before Bob had been an hour's sleep, a kick from Geordie's foot woke him up and made him roar instead of snore. Keep your feet still, Geordie Hinny, let's be happy through the neat. Now we mayn't be say happy through the day. So give us this bit comfort, keep your feet still, Geordie lad, and dinna drive my bonny dreams away. Oh, I dreamt there was a dancing held, and Mary Clark was there, and I dreamt we tripped it leetly on the floor. And I pressed her heaving breast to mine, while waltzing round the room, and that's more than I dared ever do before. Keep your feet still, Geordie Hinny, let's be happy through the neat. Now we mayn't be say happy through the day. So give us this bit comfort, keep your feet still, Geordie lad, and dinna drive my bonny dreams away. Why, you know the lad she gans with, they call him Jimmy Green. Why, I dreamt he tried to spoil it all our fun. But I dreamt I nailed him heavy, and I blacked the big fool's eyes. If I'd slept, it's hard to tell what I'd have done. Keep your feet still, Geordie Hinny, let's be happy through the neat. Now we mayn't be say happy through the day. So give us this bit comfort, keep your feet still, Geordie lad, and dinna drive my bonny dreams away. Why, I thought I took her home that night, content we went along, and I kissed her lips 100 times or mair. And I wished the road would never end, so happy like was I could walk 1,000 miles with Mary there. Keep your feet still, Geordie Hinny, let's be happy through the neat. Now we mayn't be say happy through the day. So give us this bit comfort, keep your feet still, Geordie lad, and dinna drive my bonny dreams away. Oh, I dreamt Jim Green had left the tune and left his love with me, and I thought the house was furnished with the best. And I dreamt I just had left the church with Mary at my side, when your clumsy feet completely spoiled the rest. Keep your feet still, Geordie Hinny, let's be happy through the neat. Now we mayn't be say happy through the day. So give us this bit comfort, keep your feet still, Geordie lad, and dinna drive my bonny dreams away. As a broken-hearted keelman and as overhead in love, with a young lass from Gateshead, and I call her me dove. Her name's Cushie Butterfield and she sells yellow clay, and her cousin is a muckman, they call him Tom Gray. She's a big lass and a bonny lass, and she likes her beer, and they call her Cushie Butterfield, and I wish she was here. Her eyes is like 2 holes in a blanket burned through, and a bruise in the morning would span a young coo. And when I hear her shouting, will you buy any clay? Like a candy man's trumpet, it steals me young heart away. She's a big lass and a bonny lass, and she likes her beer, and they call her Cushie Butterfield, and I wish she was here. You'll have seen her at Sandgate when the fresh herring comes in. She's like a big bag of sawdust tied around with a string, and she wears big galoshes too, and her stockings once was white, and her bedgown is lilac, and her hat's never straight. She's a big lass and a bonny lass, and she likes her beer, and they call her Cushie Butterfield, and I wish she was here. When I asked her for to marry us, she started to laugh. None of your monkey tricks, for nae like such chaff. Then she started in a bubbling, and she rode like a bull, and the chaps in the keel say I'm not but a fool. She's a big lass and a bonny lass, and she likes her beer, and they call her Cushie Butterfield, and I wish she was here. She says the chap that gets me will have to work every day, and when he comes home at night he'll have to gan and seek clay, and while he's away seeking it I'll make balls and sing, we'll make the Keel Row that my lad is in. She's a big lass and a bonny lass, and she likes her beer, and they call her Cushie Butterfield, and I wish she was here. Beware, young maids, beware. Beware and read my rhyme, and see that you keep your garden well, and let no man steal your time. Oh, when my time was new, it flourished night and day, till by there came a false young man, and he stole my time away. And now my time's all gone, and I can plant no new, and the very place where my time was set is all overgrown with rue, and rue runs over all, and nothing can it stop. But there grows a flower in my father's garden, they call it Fair Maid's Hope. Now spring up, hope, said I, and be not afraid of rue, and if ever that young man should come again, he'll surely find me true. The gardener standing by, I bade him choose for me. He chose me the violet, the lily and the pink, but those I refused all three. The lily I refused because it fades too soon. The violet and pink I did them overlook, and vowed I might wait till June. In June the red rose buds, and that is the flower for me. But on laying my hand on the red rose bush, I thought of the willow tree. The willows they grow long, and the willows they grow strong, and the whole world over may very well know that false love has done me wrong. Farewell to all fading flowers, farewell to lovely June, for the grass that was once trodden underfoot, perhaps it may rise up again. I went to Blaydon Races, 'twas on the 9th of June, 1872, in a summer's afternoon. I took the bus to Banbury's and she was heavy laden. We went on Collier Street, that's on the road to Blaydon. Ah, lads, you should have seen us cannon, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. There were lots of lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, cannon along the Scotswood Road to see the Blaydon Races. We flew past Armstrong's factory and took to the Robin Adair. Just gannon down the railway bridge, the bus will flew off there. The lasses lost their crinolines and veils that hid their faces. I got two black eyes and a broken nose going to Blaydon Races. Ah, lads, you should have seen us gannon, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. There were lots of lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gannon along the Scotswood Road to see the Blaydon Races. Now when we got the wheel put on, the way went again, but them as had their noses broke, they come back over home. Some went to the dispensary, and some to Dr. Gibbs's, and some to the infirmary to mend their broken ribses. Ah, lads, you should have seen us gannon, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. There were lots of lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gannon along the Scotswood Road to see the Blaydon Races. Now when we got to Paradise, the bonny game begun. There was 24 in the bus, man, how they danced and sung. They called on me to sing a song, I sang 'em Paddy Figgin. I danced a jig and I swung my twig the day I went to Blaydon. Ah, lads, you should have seen us gannon, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. There were lots of lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, ganning along the Scotswood Road to see the Blaydon Races. We flew right over the chain bridge and into Blaydon Toon. The bellman he was calling there, they call him Jackie Broon. I saw him talking to some chaps and them he was persuading to gan and see Geordie Ridley's show in the Mechanics' Hall at Blaydon. Ah, lads, you should have seen us ganning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. There were lots of lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, ganning along the Scotswood Road to see the Blaydon Races. The rain it poured all the day and made the grounds quite muddy. Coffee Johnny had a white hat on, the yelled who stole the cuddy. There was spice stalls and monkey shows, no wife selling cider, and a chap with a halfpenny round about shouting on the chaps for riders. Ah, lads, you should have seen us ganning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. There were lots of lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, ganning along the Scotswood Road to see the Blaydon Races. Call Hawkie, call Hawkie, call Hawkie through the water. Hawkie is a swear beast, and Hawkie went away the water. Hawkie is a bonny coo, though she's loth to wade the water. While she waits the work'll stand, so call Hawkie through the water. Call Hawkie, call Hawkie, call Hawkie through the water. Hawkie is a swear beast, and Hawkie went away the water. Hawkie is a pretty coo, all the children do adore her, for she gives them all the milk, there is none they prize before her. Call Hawkie, call Hawkie, call Hawkie through the water. Hawkie is a swear beast, and Hawkie went away the water. Girls, be not too nice and coy, if your sweetheart wants to marry. Ne'er say nay, but quick comply, as 'tis hazardous to tarry. Call Hawkie, call Hawkie, call Hawkie through the water. Hawkie is a swear beast, and Hawkie went away the water. Now, young maids, my counsel take, since that it can be no better. Cast off both your hose and shoon, and safely drive her through the water. Call Hawkie, call Hawkie, call Hawkie through the water. Hawkie is a swear beast, and Hawkie went away the water. Have you seen out a Maa Bonny Lad, and are you sure he's Willow? He's gone over land with his stick in his hand. He's gone to moor the Keel Row. Yes, I've seen your bonny lad. Upon the sea I spied him. His grave is green, but not with grass, and thou'lt never lie aside him. I've lost that little son of mine, I've wandered up and down. Since 10 o'clock this morning I've been all around the tune. I wonder where he's wandered to, I wonder where he's gone. I wish I had me bonny bairn all safe and sound at home. Oh, have you seen War Jimmy? Tell me, my canny hinny, oh tell us if you've seen him, or he'll surely drive me mad with the awful life he leads me. He tries and sairly grieves me, can anybody tell me if they've seen the little lad? Now he never cares to gan to school, he always plays the wag, and smokes a farden clay pipe with a half an ounce of shag. The pest of all the neighbourhood, he thinks himself a man. From noon to neat he gets into all the mischief that he can. Oh, have you seen War Jimmy? Oh, tell me, my canny hinny, oh tell us if you've seen him, or he'll surely drive me mad with the awful life he leads me. He tries and sairly grieves me, can anybody tell me if they've seen the little lad? Now he pinches all the marbles from the bairns along the street. No matter what I says to him, he'll not come in it neat. He tears great holes in all his clothes, he makes my poor heart ache. There is no doubt when he's about, our Jimmy takes the cake. Ah, have you seen War Jimmy? Tell me, my canny hinny, or tell us if you've seen him, or he'll surely drive me mad with the awful life he leads me. He tries and sairly grieves me, can anybody tell me if they've seen my little lad? Last Saturday night on the banks of the Dee, I met an old man in distress I could see. We sat down together, and to me he did say, I've lost my employment, 'cause my hair it's turned grey. I am an old miner, age 50 and 6. If I could get lots, I would raffle my picks. I'd raffle them, sell them, I'd throw them away. For I can't get employment, my hair it's turned grey. When I was a young chap, I was just like the rest. Each day in the pit, I'd do my very best. When I had a loose place, I'd be filling all day. Now at 50 and 6, my hair it's turned grey. Last Wednesday night to the reckoning I went. To the Collier office I went straight for Nest. I just got my pay packet, I was walking away, when they gave me my notice, 'cause my hair it's turned grey. I am an old miner, age 50 and 6. If I could get lots, I would raffle my picks. I'd raffle them, sell them, I'd throw them away. For I can't get employment, my hair it's turned grey. Now all you young fellows, it's you that's to blame. If you get good places, you'll do just the same. If you get good prices, you'll hew them away. But you're sure to regret it when your hair it's turned grey. I am an old miner, age 50 and 6. If I could get lots, I would raffle my picks. I'd raffle them, sell them, I'd throw them away. For I can't get employment, 'cause my hair it's turned grey.